Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Katie. I am the Introverted reader, and hopefully I don't drop all these books on the floor. Today's video is going to be my TBR for the month of March. How is February almost over? It doesn't make sense. But yeah, we're in the last week of February now, and my birthday is the day after tomorrow. So that's exciting. I still have to go to work, but yeah. I'm gonna turn 33, woo! Anyway, enough about me. Let's talk about the books that I'm gonna be reading in the month of March. Okay, are you hydrated? Did you drink water today? If you haven't, go get some. Anyway, so this is the big old pile of books here that I have that I want to read in March, but one that I forgot to mention, that you are actually balanced on right now is the Ghost of the Shadow Market novella collection. I've already read 2 novellas out of there, and I'm going to be reading another one of them in March, but you're balanced on it, so I can't show you. But I'm going to be reading one of those, and I'm just going to start from the top here and work my way down this pile. First, on top of the pile is my Kindle. On my Kindle, I have a fantasy romance that I'm going to be doing sort of like an in-depth video about. I might have mentioned it in one of my last videos, but I'll keep it stump until the video comes out. But I'm about 20-ish% of the way through it right now. It's a queer fantasy romance, which I'm very, very excited about. I've heard a lot of good things. A lot of people have recommended it, and yeah, I'm excited to keep going with that. Next in the pile, Ouran High School Host Club Volume 7. Now, this is the last physical volume that I own. I don't own physical copies of all the rest of the volumes, but that's fine. You know, once I get around to finishing this, I'll just read the rest on my Kindle. So, but yeah, I'm going to be carrying on with this because it's one of my favorite animes ever. I love it, and I'm really excited to carry on with the manga series because I never continued on. So, next is Dragon City by Katie and Kevin Zhang. Y'all know I've been making my way through the Dragon Mountain series. It's a middle grade series about our young main character, Billy. And his parents, he's Chinese American, and his parents send him to a summer camp over in China. And the place where the camp is, there's this really mysterious looking mountain, and him and some friends go exploring, and they discover that inside this mountain there are dragons. And I matched the book. Wow. Anyway, enough about me. There's dragons inside this mountain, and the dragons are like, we need you to set us free because an evil dragon of death has taken over our world, and she's going to take over your world as well. So we need you guys to help us out. And yeah, I'm really, really enjoying it. You know what? It's a lot dark. It's pretty like dark at times for a middle grade, but I was into it. I was into it. I've read the first 2 books, and I think that this is the 3rd book in the 4-book series. So yeah. And the 2nd book, I was not expecting it to be so good, but I'm so ready to get back into that world again. So, now, moving on, an audiobook that I have already started, and I'm already over 150 pages into this, and that is Iron Widow by Shiran J. Zhao. Now, this is a reread for me. I read this way back when it first came out. And we had to wait a while for the sequel. There's many reasons as to why. Shiran has explained it numerous times on their socials, but yeah, the release of the 2nd one got pushed back for numerous reasons. But now the 2nd one is here. It's in this pile at the bottom. So I'm gonna be listening to this audiobook. It's a reread, but like I love it. It's about our main character, Jitan, and she lives in a world where there are these people, pilots, well, they're all male, these men, certain men of the world, depending on their power level or spiritual pressure, I guess, they pilot these huge chrysalises. They're like these huge animal-shaped robot things that they pilot, but they also need a female pilot in there too. But they're basically concubine pilots. And being a concubine pilot is a death sentence. And our girl's sister died. She was chosen to be a concubine pilot and she died. And Shitan wants to go in and avenge her sister, essentially. So she offers up herself to be partnered up with the man who was in there with her sister, and who she believes murdered her sister, because the concubine pilots basically get their life drained out of them so they could fuel the pilot that's driving the chrysalis, if that makes any type of sense. It's explained a lot better in the book, but that is mine. That's my basic synopsis, but I'm loving it. It's so good. I forgot how dark and gritty this can be, so be wary of trigger warnings before you go into it. But listen, an amazing, amazing book. Anyway, so there's those. I have Destiny of Dragons by TJ Klune. This was on the TBR for February, but I never got to it. So she's going to move over into March. The truth is, I read Dragon Legend, and then I had this, and I was like, I really don't want to read 2 dragon books in a row. So I read something else and said, well, I am reading something else, but I'm almost done with it, so I'll not talk about that one here. But I'm going to read this in March. Now, if you follow me on Blue Sky, which you should be, because I'll leave it linked down below, because I'm going to be keeping you up to date with our book club picks over there. And our book club pick for the month of March, Immortal by Su Lin Tan. I'm going to be reading and reviewing this month. And look at this. Take in the beauty. Look at the sprayed edge. Light blue on top. Dark blue at the bottom. Look at all this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at her. She is beautiful. Now, I'm not going to tab this. But I do want to... I might highlight some quotes inside, but I'm not going to tab it because this edge is too pretty to cover up. I don't know anything about this other than our main character basically has to, she has to gain the support of the god of war in order to protect her people, but she ends up falling in love with him. C-drama vibes, am I right? Like, if you love Chinese dramas, read Su Lin Tan's books. I'm not kidding. Like, I'm so excited to get into this. And yeah, that's all I know about the synopsis, but I'm going to be reading and reviewing this in the month of March. So yeah, if you want to get yourself a copy, then you're more than welcome to join. And I know we had a Chinese inspired fantasy last month, but it's my book club. I can do what I like. Anyway, the next one I'm going to read is War of Two Queens by Jennifer L. Armentrout. This is book 4 in the Blood and Ash series. I'm loving this, my reread of this series so far. I'm so excited to continue with this one. And I read this one, I believe. I can't remember anything from it, but I'm going to read it. And then I have book 5 all ready to go. And I think book 6 comes out this summer, I think. Maybe July sometime. But yeah, it's basically main character Poppy is she at the start of book 1 she lives in this castle and she lives a very secluded life because she is the maiden. She's basically the god's chosen, and she wears a veil. She's not allowed to be seen. No one's allowed to look at her. No one's really allowed to talk to her. And then one day they assign her a new bodyguard, and this bodyguard is all that in a bag of chips. And it's sort of like a guard. It's sort of like she falls in love with her guard, basically. And that is a basic synopsis as can be, but that's all I can tell you without spoiling anything. But anyway, because this is book 4, I can't tell you what's happening in here. That would ruin everything. Anyway, and the last 2 books, Children of Anguish and Anarchy. Book 3 in the Children of Blood and Bone series. I've completed my rereads of books 1 and 2, and I'm going to be getting into this very, very soon. And after the cliffhanger of book 2, I'm terrified. I'm actually terrified, but I'm so excited to read this. And if you've been following Tomi Adeyemi on socials, you know that Children of Blood and Bone is getting an adaptation, and it's going to be so, I'm so excited. I will be first in line for that whenever it comes out. But anyway, I'm looking forward to completing this amazing, amazing trilogy. And then the last one is Heavenly Tyrant by Shiran J. Zhao. I have the audiobook all ready to go for this baby. I really do. I'm plowing through Iron Widow. So after I complete Iron Widow, I'm going to get into this. And then I will hopefully have this started, at least. Hopefully at the end of March, you know, when we're wrapping everything up, I'll at least be telling you that I have this started. So God willing. Anyway, so that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a bit of a short one. I just kind of flew through all those really quick. I might be biting off more than I could chew in the month of March, but you know, is what it is. Anyway, all my socials down below as always. Blue Sky, Instagram, I'm a TikTok. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Ring the bell, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.